Welcome to the Common Sense Podcast. On this episode, we're peeling back the curtain on college recruitment and being a student athlete. You know, those highlight reels, social media announcements, and those blessed to receive an offer from posts. Yeah, we're talking about the mental toll behind all the hype. My guest today knows this world all too well. Current University of Louisiana at Lafayette track and field athlete. He was recruited in high school and is living to tell the truth behind it. My son, Jarrell.
What's up, man?
You ready?
Let's get into it.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Common Sense Podcast. And today's episode, I know is going to hit home and it's going to help a lot of people, especially the parents and the kids that we know personally. And that's recruiting. College recruiting, sports recruiting, and the mental anguish that our kids go through. Sometimes we know what they go through and sometimes we don't know what we go through. I have my son, Jarrell, who is a current University of Louisiana at Lafayette track and field sprinter coming off of his sophomore year. He just finished his sophomore year. We're going to get into that a little bit later, but yeah, so how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, you know I always have to start with that and ask you, how are you? How are you? How are you? So let's start from the beginning. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. When did the recruiting process start for you? When did it start for you?
Well, I think it was sophomore year after COVID.
Sophomore year after COVID?
I think that's when I met Coach Byeee, matter of fact. I met Coach Byeee through Coach K, but I don't think he remembered my face.
Okay.
After a couple of years.
Okay.
But
and Coach Byeee is?
My head track and field coach, sprinters coach at UL.
Shout out to Coach.
Shout out Coach Byeee.
Love him. Yes. Yeah. So it started sophomore year. When did you know, like, okay, like this is becoming serious? Colleges are looking at me. Obviously, you was a multi-sporter. So you play football, basketball, and track. When did you kind of turn your attention from being recruited for football to being recruited for track?
I think it was my sophomore year when I went to the state. I think that's when I broke 50. Mm-hmm. And I had college coaches like sending me letters. And Coach K, he gave me my letters and everything. And I was like, okay, so track. I like track. I'm good track, getting better and everything. And then junior year hit. And that's when I'm pretty sure she's going to show y'all that picture. PR, like
when he PR that famous picture that Miles split. I think his name is Jerry Bird from Miles Split. He actually sent it to me because I commented and he sent it to me. And when he found out that I was Jarrell's mom, like he would make sure that I would get some of the pictures that their crew was taking of the track team at the time. And he sent me that picture. I was like,
I think I was like the head Miles Split, like Miles Split US.
Yeah. For Miles Split, Louisiana, his face was like right there. There was like the I think it was like picture of the year or picture of the track year when he broke 48, and so he broke that at, was it regionals? Regionals.
I think I'm from like 49.8 to like
like 49, like a few weeks prior to like 48 for regionals. Yeah. So and for those that's like in that know track and don't know track, after regionals is state. So it was like the pressure was on to, if you broke 48 in regionals, it was like, you gotta do the same thing as state. Because now it counts. You get a trophy, you get a state, you get that record, you know what I'm saying, put on you. But was there a moment where you felt like you were being seen more as a recruit than a person from the colleges that was recruiting you? Or was it like they were interested in Jarrell Joseph and molding him into a true college sprinter? Or was it just, the hype of one of the best sprinters in Southwest Louisiana?
It was with certain coaches, I can say, that made it feel like home, but also made it feel like it was a business. And it was also coaches that made it strictly business. I'm not here to cater to you. I'm not here to do none of that. Because I can say, when I didn't even like sign, I just like posted my commitment. A lot of coaches like unfollow me immediately. Like, they unfollowed me immediately. They wasn't with that, and I was just like, I ain't even signed yet. It's just like a commitment. That's all it was. But yeah, I can say some of them was a little bitter. Some of them, sometimes I feel like they treated me more as a person than a recruit. And I can say some definitely It was strictly recruiting. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah, I think once he posted his commitment, like his top 10 or whatever, and some of the colleges that weren't in that top 10 was like, wait, what? Like, we've been communicating and we're not even one of your top 10s. And so he really, and we'll get into that, he really had to make a decision on his top 10 because, I mean, not to toot his own horn, but he had a lot of schools that was looking at him for track. D1s, some D2s, and some even like D3s, but mostly D1s. And so a lot of schools was really looking at him. And when he posted his top 10 and some of them weren't on the top 10, they was really upset. They was DMing him and stuff like that. And so, but I guess that actually helped him out because it weaned out those that, you know what I'm saying, was really going to rock with you, even though they weren't on their top 10. You could have had some schools that, even though they weren't on his top 10, they still could have reached out to him and still could have got him. Yeah. Because it's one school. It's one school. We ain't going to say. It's one school that he wanted to go to. Yeah. It was a HBCU in Baton Rouge. Colors is go to blue.
I wanted to go there, and the man basically told my track coach I didn't think he would come to our school, so we didn't offer him.
Yeah, and he didn't find that out till after he signed. I was like, that's crazy,
because I would have immediately signed and went to Southern. Because my whole family went to Southern.
Well, it was Southern.
Our whole family went to Southern and everything.
It was Southern, and no shade to UL, because UL was like one of his top 2, but we're a Southern University school, Southern family. So when he was interested in Southern, I was like, bet, let's go. Like, it can be, what I'm saying, even though it's track, I get to go and what I'm saying, experience that HBCU life. And so when he found that out after he signed to UL, I was like what?
I think I had 2 dream schools.
2 dream schools. Yes. Yeah. What were those dream schools?
Dream schools, U of H. I love Houston. I love
U of H.
Yeah, University of Houston was definitely one of them.
And I will say this, Carl Lewis.
He did reach out.
Legendary Carl Lewis at U of H did reach out to Jarrell.
Again,
so after he signed at U of H, he did reach out. And what's so crazy is that as a momager, I had access to Jarrell's Twitter. And so the notification went off. He was at school. The notification went off that Carl Lewis reached out to him, and I'm texting him. Carl Lewis just reached out to you. Reply back. And he was like, I'm in class. I'm like, reply back now. And so
I think I ran out of the classroom, went to matter of fact, my track coach at the time, Coach Ryan. I think it was at his office. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, Carl Lewis just texted me. Oh my God, what do I say?
I think he was so starstruck that I don't know what he said, but needless to say, he ain't at U of H. But he not at U of H. And be honest, this I want to know: were you chasing a dream of being a collegiate track star, or was it the fact of letting people down? If you didn't, well, I will say this: with football, a lot of us, including me,
I still got people to this day
wanting him to go and play collegiate football, because I know future wise, monetary wise, NIL deal wise, football is where it's at. Yeah. And he was good at both. He was a running back, you know what I'm saying? And he was good at basketball too. But I knew I had to really, as a momager, I had to really be like, Cabrina, he don't want to play football in college. He's good at track. At least he good. At least he ain't chasing a dream that he can't fulfill. At least he chasing a dream he can't fulfill. So he was good at track. So I had to really be like, okay, he's not going to play collegiate football. He's not going to go as a dual sporter. So
and I just let him go.
He could have. First. Yeah, he could have. A lot of schools was allowing him to do both.
I tore my meniscus and I stopped playing football.
He tore his meniscus in September. And when he did it, I thought he just didn't want to play football, because we was having some hard conversations every day after practice, before games. You're going to play football. You're going to go to practice. And he tore his meniscus, which we thought was like a cramp or something at practice. And when we went to go get the MRI, and they was like, it's torn. And I was like, what does that mean? He can't play football. And I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean you can't play football? And then I had to really like step into his mind, because it's him, it's not me, and really be like, okay. And so the decision after he tore his meniscus was to have surgery.
Either, they told me I could either have surgery or they was like, do you want to play football? I was like, no, I'm trying to get ready for track season.
Yeah.
And they was like, I think either they were going to try to heal it or whatever, try to get me ready to play football. But I was just like, nah, I'm not even going to risk my track season. I'm still not signed yet.
Yeah.
Track is what I want to do. So I'm going to get the surgery, get it over with, and then get signed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had the surgery in September, but you signed in November. Didn't you?
No,
or was that the next?
February.
It was February?
Yeah, I didn't sign until February.
No, you signed in November. Were you will?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you did.
I ain't signed until February.
No, Jerry, you signed it. Okay, well,
I signed during indoor season. Because I remember I posted my top 10, and top 5.
Yeah.
Like while indoor was going on. Because people was congratulating me while indoor was going on.
Okay.
Like, about my offers and everything.
Look at me. Momager, huh? Mental health, I know a lot. We all deal with it, whether we playing sports, life be lifing. But particularly in the student athlete and these kids nowadays, this generation, mental health is really big on them. And I see it firsthand. My son dealt with it, still dealing with it. A lot of kids is dealing with it. I mean, hell, even my 8-year-old talking about anxiety because of Dochi. but it's like, do you even know what anxiety is? It's like, wait, what is that? But in all seriousness, mental health is something that I'm really passionate about. I dealt with mental health in the past, and to got the tools to deal with it. I wasn't a student athlete, but as a parent, seeing your child go through the mental health anguish of college and being recruited, and then now he's at the school that he got recruited to, and dealing with all of that, and not being able to be in so much control because he is an hour and some change away. You don't know what's happening, and you ask him, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, but of course you can't see him physically because that he's on the phone, and it's like, I know my child, but I ain't had no problem driving down the aisle if I felt like he really needed me. But what were some of the mental health challenges that came up for you during recruiting? Like,
I don't think I can say. I know high school, it was definitely when I had my surgery.
Yeah.
I was definitely scared I was going to lose offers as well, or coaches wasn't going to believe me, but I don't think I did. Everybody was still interested in everything. I let them know what was going on. Only thing that I can say that affected me mentally, it was just not being able to have a senior year for real.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't want to run my senior year, PR and everything. Just not being able to have a senior
year.
Yeah,
your senior year, you got a new coach. Coach Jackie Ryan. Shout out to Ryan, that two-stay indoor-outdoor coach. Look at him.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Ryan. He was still there for me and everything. But I don't think I didn't get to learn much from him because I was hurt so much.
Yeah.
So
and he was trying, po thing.
Yeah, Coach Ryan. He wanted to coach me.
He was trying. Jarrell had surgery in September and was trying to have his first meet January.
Yeah.
Which he did.
I did. No, I was healed.
He did. He was healed.
My knee was healed, but
mentally he was healed, but his knee.
My knee was okay. My knee was good. It was I think I popped my hamstring.
Yeah,
I hurt my hamstring.
Yeah, his knee was okay, but then the other part of his leg was like no. So now we going from the knee
to the hamstring.
Now the hamstring is all jacked up, and now we looking like, bro, are you serious? Like, what is happening right now? Like, what's happening right now? Did you feel like there was a space to talk about it, like with your coaches, parents, teammates, like just about your mental health? I know I reached out to Coach Kahee a lot.
Yeah, I reached out to Coach. I don't care. He was still out there. Well, he at what is it called?
He was at Wassman. He was at Wassman.
I ain't care about none of that.
Yeah, he ain't care about none of that.
I was still reaching out to Coach Kahee because Coach Kahee is the coach that got me interested in track. He helped me fall in love with track.
It was like overnight because
I think we had district.
Yeah.
And I ran the 400. Well, I ran the 400 in the year. I think at Barb, and I ran like a 54. I jogged it.
Yeah.
And then district, he said, I'm putting you in the 400 again, and I broke 50.
Yeah.
And Coach K, he can't run up to me. He picked me up, jumping up and down and everything. And I think like that made me fall in love with track overnight.
Yeah. What did the pressure to perform do to your day-to-day mindset, like to perform to your best? Because you had competition.
Definitely.
You definitely had competition, and I think when you broke 48, even 49, you got put on notice from the state of Louisiana, because they was like, where did this kid come from? We saw him on the relays, we saw him doing a 200, we saw him be a sprinter, but now he's a 400 meter. Like this is his event. What was the pressure from that to kind of stay on top of everybody? Because I know it's pressure for them too.
I feel like,
because every time they saw you on the heat sheet, it was like shit.
I feel like that it was a lot of pressure because we had a lot of meets. I wouldn't say local, but a lot of people knew who I was and everything. And I was like, in my head, I'm not like being cocky. I'm a very humble child. I'm very humble.
Yeah, he is.
I'm very humble. But
he should be cocky, but he's not.
I'm very humble. But in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm not supposed to lose this race. Let me go out and perform. I'm talking to myself, praying to God, talking to God. I'm like, let me go out here and run good, everything. Because I'm like, people watch me, they know I don't lose.
Yeah.
So it's like, I got to go out there and show out, do good. I got to live up to like my mama expectations. I know what she want me to do. My coaches. And
look, don't call me out like that. Nah, I mean, don't call me out. I mean, yeah, you can live to my expectations because I was in those stands like, you better run 40. If you don't run 40, why are you running a 40 now? You just ran a 48. Yeah, I was hard. And we gonna talk.
That pushed me too.
Yeah, it pushed him because I mean, I can't be soft on him. He's a young black male, and I did not want him to be the stigma of a black athlete. Oh yeah, he could do it. Shut up and shoot, shut up and dribble type of thing, or just run. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted him to be a student athlete, but then I also wanted him to take track seriously. If you wanted to quit football, you done messed up the NIL money and messed up my retirement plan. Now I gotta work. It's like, you gonna take this track seriously, you gonna work hard, you gonna practice hard, we gonna do whatever we can, to get you to that point. We not half stepping. We not doing that. And I appreciate him letting me push him, and I see that, it helped him. But I know I got on his nerves. And it's okay. Hey, I still get it on his nerves. He in college.
That's my mama.
He don't finish.
She's here for.
That's what I'm here for. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna be mama. Was it ever a moment that you just felt like quitting? You was just like, maybe this ain't for me. Well, not football, quitting track. We talking about track. Yeah, quitting track. Just like backing out of the process, just saying, yeah, this too much. This.
Nah, I don't think I ever said it was too much. Like, and the workout and all that, the working hard, that's never a problem.
Yeah, never
an issue for me. It was
work ethics in track, top notch.
Yeah,
work ethics anywhere else outside of track. It's like you gotta pay him, you gotta push him. So I know where his passion is.
Yeah, Coach Byeee, he definitely tells me that. He was like, your work ethic in track is fantastic. He was like, what's going on with everything else, though? I'm working on it, Cole. I'm working on it.
You're working on it.
But I don't think I ever felt like quitting now because the workouts, I can deal with that. Weights, I can deal with that. I don't have no problem going to practice and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like it has been times where I was questioning God's plan for me as far as track goes when it came to injuries consistently popping up. And I came to the point where I was like, why is this happening to God? Why is this happening to me, God? Like,
even now still.
Yeah, like, what is your plans for me? Do you want me to continue running track? Like, what's going on? Because I see everybody else running good, but then it's me just hurt
all the time.
Yeah.
Describe your mental health in the thick of it. And I think the thick of it is when you got hurt. Surgery. Tore your meniscus. And the future of track was
crying.
Bleak.
Crying. It just hurt. Yeah. It definitely hurt it seeing your teammates run, and it kind of, like I said, I'm a very humble child. I don't show off my ego, but I know I have an ego like in my head. I know who I am inside my head. Mm-hmm. So me seeing everybody run and get the praise and everything, and I'm just like, damn, that's supposed to be me.
Yeah.
It kind of hurt it because it was like, I was used to that, and everybody was like, "Damn, you still not running yet?" I'm like, "No, I'm hurt."
Yeah.
Or I'll go out there running.
Something happens. You don't finish, or you don't. Yeah, your time.
So it's
is
just like, yeah,
what it is.
Definitely hurt it. I'll go cry. Just don't talk. Go put on my beats. Listen to music.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk.
Is it like that now? Because you haven't had a full track.
I haven't had a full track.
Haven't had a full 100% track season since freshman year. Yeah. Is it like that now? Seeing the guys that you used to run against still that's in college and they're able to run.
Matter of fact, yeah, I was glad you said that. I was just talking to Gabe, Gabriel Clement. He went to Kaplan. He's now at UCLA.
Yeah,
he's going to nationals in the 400.
Yeah, clinched that ticket to nationals.
Me and him was top notch in high school. I was just talking to him. I was telling him like that I'm proud of him and everything that he made to nationals, like as a boot baby, as a Louisiana baby.
Yeah, he's from Louisiana.
And I was like, I'm happy, and I was like,
that didn't go to LSU.
That didn't go to LSU. And I was like, I'm happy because like me and you have been talking about this since high school, going to national and everything. I said, I know my time is coming. I was like, I know God has a plan for me. And he told me, he was like, yeah, the God definitely does. He's like, this injuries don't stop you. I was like, he basically told me God is saving me for something bigger. And that he doesn't want me to peak too early, so that way we could both make it to Olympics and everything. So get there.
Yeah.
So that definitely helped because me who was dead. He was just talking about that maybe about an hour or two ago.
An hour or two ago, yeah. Shout out to Gabe. I like Gabe and his family. His aunt, man. His aunt be so cool. She be in them stands screaming, baby. I love his aunt. What did healing and recovery look like for you during your time of
my meniscus?
Yeah, your meniscus. Like, what were you doing?
I'm glad I was just going through my photos.
Yeah.
And I seen like after my post knee surgery.
Yeah.
Painful.
Painful.
That's all I can say. Painful. It just
so you started rehab right after. Yeah, like, it was like fast track.
Maybe like 2 or 3 days after I started rehab. I can tell y'all it ain't.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing easy. I'm telling you can be asleep. Knee pain, punch you.
Yeah. And that messes with your mental too, because you're like, you don't know how, and then you're in school, you still have to study, you still have to do all that, you still got to get up, you still got to get dressed, and it's just like, I just want to just lay here and let this knee not throb.
Exactly.
I don't want to touch it, I don't want to move it, I don't do anything, I just want to lay here. And I kind of, I understand where that, and I saw that, and I was just like, oh God, my child is he's in so much pain. I just wanted to carry him to prep. Like, I don't want him to run. I don't want nobody don't talk to him. You're gonna make his knee hurt. Was it hard to admit to yourself if you had a moment where it was just like, this might be the end of my track season? This year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. So explain it. What do you mean? Because this is new news to me.
All I can say is, I ain't gonna say. Okay, I can go in depth. I know I hurt my hamstring February.
Yeah.
McNeese meet, and I felt like I wasted a season basically.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like after I hurt it, I probably should have redshirted, got my season back, but I didn't.
Who told you to redshirt? Who told you that you should redshirt?
You
I did. Yeah. I did. I said maybe you should redshirt and save this year. Yeah. Because I don't feel that you're going to make the whole season.
Yeah, and I definitely didn't.
And he definitely didn't. Right. But I mean,
I was supposed to be on the 4x14. Shout out to the 4x14.
4x14. Yeah, they made it to regionals. Yeah.
We definitely were supposed to be over there, enjoying the beach, sand between our toes.
Yeah, sand between the toes. I would have been there too. I ain't even gonna lie. I would have been booking a trip to Florida.
But I was definitely supposed to be a part of that. And I definitely feel like this season, we was just, like I said, I was questioning if this was the end for track because it was the same injury over and over again. Like I'm still battling it through it right now.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't know how I'm going to be when I get back. I don't. Yeah. I got 2 months till I go back.
And he's in rehab now.
Yeah, I'm in rehab. I got 3 months till officially 3 months today.
Yeah.
Till practice starts again. September 1st is June 1st. I got 3 months till practice starts again. I'm just hoping it heals the way it needs to heal. I got a medical shot to help it.
PCR. Yeah, you got a PCR shot. So basically what a PCR shot is, and I hope I'm explaining this right, is that they separate the blood cells, the inflammation in the blood cells that's surrounding the injury, and they take it out, they separate it, and then they spin it, they do all kind of stuff, referment it, take the plasma out, and then they shoot the new blood per se back in to help heal the injury or heal the hamstring or the muscle or whatever is torn. So he had that done
about 3 weeks ago.
And then he started rehab soon as he came out here for summer break, and he's been going to rehab 3 times a week. And so we'll see how that helps, and I hope it helps.
I definitely do.
You know, according to the trainer, he said that and rehab and rest and stuff like that should help.
Yeah.
Should help. So we'll see.
I'm trying to get back healthy because it's sophomore season. I was looking forward to it.
Yeah. Junior season coming up, so that's kind of like the pressure because it's like, okay, man, you've been here 2 years now.
I gotta start.
You gotta start picking it. We ain't running it. All right, your PR is a 47, 43, 40 something like that. Right now. You know, they running 45s right now.
I was indoor. Like I said, I had plans on touching 46 outdoor, 45 outdoor,
but God has other plans,
like I said,
and
God
we'll
has
see.
Other plans.
And whether that plan right now seems like it's track, but then in the future it's not track, at least you can look back and say, hey, at least I did it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I attempted it, and you know, you're never too old or too young to, you know, you don't need college to go to the Olympics to be successful in track. You really don't. You still can do the training by yourself or get a coach, and y'all just go unattached, and then next thing you know, you're at Grand Slam track with Michael Johnson. You're at Grand Slam track. All right, so we gonna lighten this up. We gonna make it lighthearted because I feel like we kind of
brought it down a little bit.
Yeah, we brought it down a little bit. And that's okay. That's sometimes what that's the part of mental health is going on like this. What was your go-to? Did you have a go-to song before a race?
A race?
A meet, a race, getting ready? Or was there something that you did before a race?
I always pray before my race. During warm-ups, I would say I go like to a wall by the finish line or something. I'll just kneel and pray. Always been like that. Or
pray that my legs run fast, Lord. Let me break this 47.
Or if I'm in the middle of the field, I go to like the end zone or whatever and pray and everything. Yeah. I can say that's definitely like a part of my routine. Like what they call it, a superstition. Yeah, I can say I pray. I feel like if I don't pray before my race, I'm gonna do bad. Yeah. If I don't have God right there, I'm going.
Yeah. And he always, and I noticed that he always, when he kneeled down, is.
Yeah, I cross my heart and I do like
this. I noticed that. See, I'll be noticing. I'll be watching.
I always do that.
Yeah. And I think too, and I think he said this in one of his Instagram posts that he looks for either me or his dad.
But I can't remember what it was. I had to find it. But it's like 4 or 5 things I do before I race. I always find my mom and my dad in the stands. I always look at my dad to let him know, like, he let me know, like, it's go time. Like, let's go. I always pray. And I think I always cross my heart. Yeah. I think that's 4. I can't remember what the last thing was.
Yeah. And I'll be so loud in them stands.
And then I'll be like, when I'm running, they the only 2 people out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I find my parents' voice in the stands.
Because I'll be yelling. And it's a track meet. Like, Mom, this is not the football, but it's still a track meet. Yeah. You better go. And I think everybody started doing that. Move! Yeah. Move! I was like, you better move. Like, I'm not playing. Come on. I see it. But what advice would you give a young athlete that's trying to get recruited or got recruited and they pretty much went through the same thing that you did, especially in track, because track is a hard sport to get recruited in. Yeah. It's a hard sport to get recruited in, and now with the changes to NCAA
and the rules,
it's hard to stay on a track team. Yeah. Stay on a track team. So now that you done got recruited and went through all this mental health, now it's like I gotta work harder to stay on the track team because they have cut down the roster limit for track and field, which sucks. It sucks, but hey, you know, it is what it is. I guess they figure NCAA track, you don't need to run nowhere. Yeah. So whatever. But what advice would you give to a young athlete especially the ones that
I know.
personally that came up with you or went to school with you.
Keep going. Don't give up. That's one thing.
Yeah.
I just feel like when stuff get hard, don't doubt yourself. Keep having faith.
Yeah.
I know it's been a lot of times probably when people thought like, oh, this probably not for me. The workout's hard. This, that, and the third. But I feel like you keep going and you keep having faith. That's just you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing I can say: don't think every coach that comes and like tries to recruit you has good intentions.
Yeah.
Say that. Like,
not all coaches have good intentions, and it may seem like the hype, them reaching out to you, but you could
find out, like, reach out to the players, see what they see.
Yeah.
Reach out to the runners, see what they think about their coach, see what they say, how he act outside of that. Like, that's definitely a good thing. See how the college is. Don't just go to the college because it's a big school. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Do your research first. See like how you will fit in over there. The ethnicity, the race, population, all that.
Yeah.
See where it's located at, all that. Cause I can say I was gonna go to Little Rock, Arkansas. And my mom was like,
hell no. Gang capital of Arkansas.
She was like, no, you're not
and
going there.
He was adamant. I think that was like one of your last recruitment trips you was trying to go on. Besides, I think Southern Miss too.
Yeah, Southern Miss.
I said no. We not wasting, and that was before NCAA said that you can have unlimited visits.
I think I had.
Like, you're not wasting no visit on no Little. You're not going to Little Rock.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. You're not going to Little Rock. You're not going to Arkansas. No.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that. Like, no, because no. But I think he appreciated me saying no because I mean, even if they don't have the crime, it was just the persona of I'm not letting my child go to Little Rock, Arkansas. We're not doing that. Yeah, we're not doing that.
And that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's the mental health with getting recruited is definitely challenging. But I mean, he made it. Like I said, he just finished his sophomore year. And so going into his junior year, and it's hard. It's hard. Not even hard too, but hard as a parent too, because you try to be there for your kid.
I'm pretty sure if y'all keep up with sports, y'all have seen like college student athletes going through mental health, or you'll see it pop up, they just kill themselves or something.
Yeah, they unalive themselves. Yeah,
and y'all can see that going on. Like, I know mental health is very real, so I'll just say check on y'all people.
Yeah, check on y'all people. Check on y'all kids.
I know our track team, we do mental health checkups almost weekly.
Oh, that's good.
Make sure everybody good. Ask everybody good. We pray and everything, making sure everybody okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know after the LSU receiver, I'm not gonna say his name. I don't do all that.
Yeah.
I know Cayman Sky, one of our captains of the team, he was like, if it's anything else, like if any of y'all ever going through something, come to us.
Yeah.
Come to somebody that you close with. Come talk to us. Go talk to a counselor or somebody.
Yeah.
He was like, because the last thing we want y'all to do is
unalive yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and we don't know what that young man was going through, and that maybe was just a moment that he had, and now he's not here to live his life, but he's here, and my heart goes out to his parents for that. Yeah, because when I saw that, I was like, whoa, whoa, because the draft was like in a few weeks, and I was like, whoa, and how close he was to Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors. So,
and that's another thing.
Yeah.
The media definitely doesn't help.
Oh yeah, that's social media. I hate social media.
That's another thing. I'm on social media a lot, but I also don't like the people that's on it.
That's on social media.
Because they're very, very negative, and they don't care about what they say and how it could affect that person. Because I know I done did when I done took about 3 communication classes. Anytime we try to do a speech or like a presentation or anything, I do mine on athletes' mental health. I do it every time.
Yeah.
Because I love talking about athletes' mental health. I say this every time. Just because a person had a bad race, a bad game, they didn't score the amount of points you get, they didn't hit your parlay, doesn't mean you go in their comments or go text them and be like,
Man, you suck.
You suck. Go do this. That,
Man, you
third.
still running the 40. Yeah,
exactly. Like that's not
yeah.
okay. You don't know what that person going through at the end of the day. You don't know what's going on with them. You don't know what.
Yeah.
They could be
But then
going
also
through.
too, it'd be the ones that don't even run track.
Yeah, like you never did a sport in your life. Go sit down.
You don't even rate like you Twitter. You a Twitter thug. You an Instagram thug. Like you behind the kid. Yeah, for a paycheck. Like you don't even. You like, never run. Like try to run. It's hard. You know, Usain Bolt said he trains for a year to run 9 seconds. Yeah. Think about it. He trains for a whole 365 days
3 years.
to run.
3 years.
3 years because for the Olympics to run 9 seconds, 19 seconds in the 200, 9 seconds or so in the 100, and then he's on the relay a whole year for world, and then every 3 years for the Olympics. Mm-hmm. And you mean to tell me you on here on Instagram commenting talking about you still running a. Say what? Like this, track is a hard sport. Yeah, I think track is one of the hardest sports. I think
track is the hardest sport.
It's the hardest sport because it's human. It's physically,
it's like you gotta have the physical physique.
Yes, you have to be in shape, and mindset have to be in shape.
Everything has to be right.
Yeah,
I feel like track is the hardest sport.
You got to be a superhuman to run track.
For real, you got to be superhuman. Basically,
shout out to those that run track and stay in it, and the pros that's doing it now. I watched Grand Slam today, and I was like. These people are still doing it.
You got to be a superhuman to run the track. Like that's how it is.
I think some of the takeaways from here as far as like an athlete is that you're not your offer letter. Yeah. Like no matter what your offer is, you're not your offer letter. Like don't get discouraged because you didn't get, especially in track, you didn't get the full ride or you only got a partial or you only got that. You got offered. That's all that matters. You got offered. So now that you got offered and now you're going, make it happen. Like make them want you to offer even more, like to offer you more scholarships and you can get the NIL deals. Believe it or not, in track, you can get NIL deals. It's harder to get it, but you can get it. Yeah. Burnout is not a badge. You know, you're going to have burnout. You're going to be so tired where you just like, I don't feel like doing nothing today. No, I don't want to do 6 300s, coach. No, I don't want to do this. Because you have to mentally prepare yourself for that too. It all comes to mental. Track is a mental sport.
I think I feel like that's something that's probably said weekly at track practice. That if they see this video, I'm pretty sure y'all know. Coach, you ain't let us know we had 2 more today. Like, we could have got ready. Could have got mentally prepared first.
He ain't gotta let y'all know nothing. That's Coach B.
Like, come on now, Coach.
Yeah. Ask for help. Yeah. Ask for help before you get to your breaking point. If you have parents, guardians, family members, teammates, ask for help before you get to that breaking point. Because if you don't ask for help, how are we going to know that you need the help? You know, how are we going to know? To know that, I think as far as for a parent, ask your kids how they feel. Yeah. I don't care if you got to ask them 100 times a day. How you feeling? How you feeling? Are you okay? That's why I wanted to do this, not just with him, but with this podcast. I always start off asking my guests, how are you? How are you? Because I want to know, how are you? I genuinely want to know, how are you? Because, especially for my son, him being here for the summer, I'm trying to catch up. From when he wasn't here. How are you? Are you okay? Do you need anything? And I'm gonna keep asking him, and he gonna keep saying, "I'm cool, I'm cool." And I'm like, I don't know. Celebrate not just the wins, but the losses too. Yeah, I had a issue. That was one of my kind of like issues that I had, and I was trying. I'm still growing. I would be so upset with Jarrell when he wouldn't PR. And I would show it sometimes too to him, and he'll be like, and I noticed that he really took my reaction or whatever to it when he would, even like right after the race, he'd be like, how you think I did? And I'm like, I'm still in my feelings right now because you didn't PR. And so I'm like, oh, you did okay. And I have that attitude. I'm just like, Cabrina, you got to stop doing that because you ain't out there running. Like, he's trying like this. So celebrate not only the wins, but the losses too, because it takes a lot for these kids to go out here and actually do the sport that they want to do. And he wants a future in track and field. I will also too say, let them lead their life. You can still be in the background, making sure that they are leading themselves on, especially going into college, because they're adults. You know what I'm saying? They're 18 plus, years old now. And especially with him, he get ready to be 21 in November. So I really can't be like, man, you ain't going to that track. You know what I'm saying? I really can't tell him what to do. But at least I can say, hey, look, I think you need to redshirt this year. Save that year. You can save it and go back. No, I don't think you should look into this school. I think you should go to this school. And I'm so happy that he chose UL, because when we went on the visit, I immediately told my husband and his dad, I want him to go here. Yeah. Not because he was an hour away and I could be so close to going and meeting him and go have Chipotle on my lunch break. It just felt like home. Yeah, and I knew he's a homebody. He's a very humble kid, and the hype of going to Texas and U of H, and the hype of going to Tennessee, and the hype of going to in the Floridas.
It felt like home, and I didn't feel like an outcast.
Yeah, he didn't want to
feel like a family and not a business.
A business, pretty much. And those big D1 schools that was recruiting him, it's a business for them. Yeah, because they want to be on top. They want to stay on top. So, I mean, thank God they were looking at him and recruiting him. But I knew heart of hearts that he was not going to get the exposure like he's getting at UL. And he was not going to be running at every meet like he is at UL. Because, those big D1 schools have three teams, Team A, Team B, and Team C. And so Team C is like, you don't really go to meets. You know what I'm saying? You run at these little Rudy Poo meets, and we just testing you out to see, But we'll see what junior year got going for him. Yeah. I'm praying for healthy season, mental health reset, physical reset. We're gonna make sure he good as always. Yeah, so we good? We good. Yeah. Yeah, so if today's episode tickled your fancy, like I always say, go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that post notification so that you don't miss any daily dose or weekly dose, maybe bi-weekly dose of the Common Sense Podcast. Follow me and the Common Sense Podcast on social media. Yeah, you can follow Jarrell too on social media. I don't know his social media handles because he changes all the time, but send this episode to someone who's still trying to get looked at. Or if you have signed and you're a parent, or you or athlete that have signed or still looking to get signed, I hope this video helps you. This is real life, real talk, a current college D1 athlete right here telling you the real and what it is. And I'm a parent, still a momager, not as much because he's in college and he don't need to be managed anymore. But yeah, so until next time, wrap yourself in good energy and vibe out. Bye.